The first story comes from Eurogamer. Microsoft plans Xbox Live for Nintendo Switch and mobile devices. So this comes from Tom Phillips over at Eurogamer. Microsoft is readying a new level of Xbox Live support for Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android devices. The Windows Maker teased the reveal due next month at GDC 2019 via industry event's own conference schedule. This was via Windows Central. The move will see Microsoft integrate Xbox Live achievements, friends, clubs, and game history into non-Xbox and Windows PC platforms for the first time. Xbox Live is about to get much bigger, the description reads. Xbox Live is expanding from 400 million gaming devices and a reach of over 68 million active players to over 2 billion devices with the release of the new cross-platform XDK. Get a first look at the SDK to enable game developers to connect between iOS, Android, and Switch, in addition to Xbox and any game in the Microsoft Store on Windows PCs. You can already sign in to Xbox Live profile on Nintendo Switch and mobile platforms with certain Microsoft games, the cross-platform Minecraft being the most obvious example. So this is pretty big news. I think a lot of people are like, oh man, Xbox is coming to Switch. And it's like, no, it's not. It's just enabling people to connect better and probably have party chat on Switch finally, so you don't have to turn your Xbox on and chat while you're playing Switch games. Keep updated on your friends lists, maybe make purchases, see your achievements, that kind of thing. And with games like Minecraft, and maybe we'll see other cross-platform things like maybe like Rocket League, Fortnite, those types of games get Xbox-style achievements on the Switch versions as well, and maybe they'll use the voice chat and whatever. So, but that doesn't mean this isn't going to turn into something bigger in the future. This doesn't mean we may not see something like Rare Replay or Cuphead on Switch at some point. But as of right now, to manage expectations so we can be hyped later when it really is announced, it seems like it's just an app coming to Switch, to basically the phone app that we are using right now. So,
what I think it will end up being, if it did become anything more, I don't think we'll get the actual games on the Switch technically. Like, you will be, but it's going to be once they move over to that streaming service that they're talking about offering. Like, you'd be able to stream Xbox games and play them using your Switch. I think that's the closest that it would get to ever having actual Xbox games on the Switch at this point. I mean, they might still release like digitally, but I think that's going to be the more of the direction that they would end up going, just because they plan on that working on phones and all that stuff anyways. So,
well, I think that is true. I think they still could bring Game Pass. They could bring like Ashen and like Ori and the Blind Forest below and stuff like that. And so I think it was Ryan McCarthy from Unlocked when he was talking about bringing up Minecraft, because Minecraft is a game on Switch that if you play it, you unlock the achievements on your Xbox Live account.
Yeah, like so, when I log into Xbox Live and you check your achievements, like you go down and it says Minecraft for Nintendo Switch on my Xbox. So
yeah. So and I think that would literally be cool if Microsoft offered that more of their published indie games came to Switch, or if there was an indie game that you did buy that was also on Xbox, that you can unlock it. Like you can unlock the achievements. So it might be like me and you, Jesse, playing Away. Like if I'm liking stuff, if I'm playing stuff on Away and I have Xbox Live on my Switch, it'll start unlocking stuff on it. So when let's say you want to compare to see where my progress is at, you see that even though I don't own the game on Xbox, those achievements are connected to it and they're unlocked. I think that would be cool. Another thing, it just hit me like yesterday. I was thinking, I'm like, what if later on, using the cloud thing that you mentioned, Jesse, you can use Xbox controllers on Switch? Like, it might be technically not be able to happen, but I'm like, if Microsoft and Nintendo could work to get the adaptive controller to work on the Switch, why not do the Xbox One controller?
Well, it's literally like all you'd need is an app for you to be able to use the Xbox controller with the Switch now, because there's an app I use on my phone. I think it's called Octopus, where you can basically you download that app on your Android or Apple phone, and then it hijacks basically your Bluetooth, and it allows you to hook up and remap buttons of your Xbox controller to your Android phone. So that's what I was using actually to play PUBG or Fortnite on your phone. You can actually use an Xbox controller to play it. So
and you know, and I think Microsoft is technical enough to do something like that. And if Nintendo is, I know Nintendo's just like, well, you know, for the Xbox games, you guys could do that. You know, like, so if they do put Ashen, you still could use the Nintendo controllers that you want. But if you got to have an Xbox Live account, you are able to use this controller, but only for this game. You can't use the Xbox One controller for Smash or nothing like that. You know, I think that would be cool. I think the controller situation going to live with this Xbox Live app coming to Switch, I think that would be so beneficial, because that's more sales. To me, controller wise, that's more sales for Microsoft.
Yeah.
And I would love to play Ashen on my Pro controller.
I mean, also, like, you know, if with, you know, like, I think with the Bluetooth controllers, like, making Game Pass on mobile phones would be like super smart as well, especially if xCloud works the way they want it to and says it will. You know, like, playing it on my Switch would be way better, you know, like through xCloud or even downloading certain games, but like with what Microsoft is building in terms of services and Xbox Live and Game Pass and xCloud, and like, once you merge all these features together, they're going to have some sort of platform that's unrivaled in the industry. You know, I mean, Nintendo will always have their first party stuff and be innovative and stuff, and Sony is kind of like in their own little subsection of whatever they're doing over there, you know, but like Microsoft is, you know, we've seen it in the last couple of years. They've been in this phase where they want to unite gamers, whatever platform you're playing on, and like this seems like another step in that direction. So eventually, when Scarlet comes out, or, you know, I want the streaming box, or I want the hardcore box, or I just want to download the app, or, you know, I want to stream these games to my phone while I'm on the bus or whatever. You know, the transition
would be easy.
They're making it way easier for people to connect via Xbox, and, you know, putting it on the Switch, I think, is a smart idea. Plus, something that I know we will probably talk about on Arsenal X later, but like putting Xbox Live on Nintendo platforms benefits both companies. You know, I mean, Nintendo, I think putting Xbox on Nintendo system, and whatever this eventually might become, you know, will draw the hardcore crowd over a little bit more, and then putting Xbox on a Nintendo system benefits Microsoft in the Japanese market. Which they've never had a foothold over there. You know, they've never, ever had a foothold over there. And so, you know, getting Xbox Live on a Nintendo platform will introduce more Japanese gamers to Xbox, and then they'll be like, oh, well, this is interesting. How do I, what is this? What games can I play on Xbox? And then, you know, it benefits both parties. And so, plus, like, it benefits a lot of indie games, a lot of third-party games as well that appear on both platforms. You know, Wargroove has cross-platform play, Rocket League, Fortnite, Minecraft, like, in whatever else decides to use this, you know, because this is an open platform for them too, for like indies and third-party games can implement this stuff in there as well. So, plus with that, the other, you know, light news story with that, I forget what the company's called, but they have a development kit for voice chat and text chat on Switch. too.
Mhm.
And it's already available. It's what Fortnite is using for their chat, and so like if that's already implemented into other games, like if you can cross-platform chat on Switch as well with Xbox, with your friends list on Xbox, you know how big that's going to be. Like if I'm sitting on the couch playing my Switch, watching, catching up on something on Netflix, and Jesse's playing Apex Legends on his Xbox, and I see that he's on, I can chat with him without turning my Xbox party stuff on, without having my controller plugged into my Xbox because it's dying because I never plug it in, and then having my headset plugged into my Xbox controller while I'm watching YouTube and playing Switch. That's so many unnecessary, more complicated steps that you're going to need. And so like I really think implementing Xbox Live is going to be such a huge factor for the gaming side of things.
Yeah, and I think this kind of explains why Microsoft decided to build a base kind of in Asia or whatever. I wonder if they kind of like had all these things kind of going on, and they want to have people there close to Japan that can work with everything to make sure that people are satisfied with the way things are going when they start putting this kind of stuff on the Switch, and to kind of have people there to listen to what those people there want and really make them feel included, so Microsoft does have a little bit more of a notice there. So because it was kind of weird, like when we first heard about that, like it's like, wow, they really are serious about wanting to try to create some friendships over where they really don't have much going on. So
in Japan,
yeah, just in that part of that region of the world in general,
Yeah. So I mean, Xbox Live on Switch, we'll have more to report on that soon. But this is a huge deal. I think it's a bigger deal than most people realize. So
and I'm going to try to watch the talk if they do a streaming for GDC. I'm going to try to watch it to get more info because I'm excited to see what they're going to talk about at GDC with this.